Hey, Pepin.
Yo, 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 yo.
I've been thinking a lot lately about questions.
Like the question mark, like the Riddler.
Yeah, exactly like the Riddler. Like questions that you would ask somebody to start a good conversation.
Really? Is this like a Tinder date questions? Cause I might need some of those.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could be. While I was thinking of all of these, I'm like, oh, I wonder what the internet has. And I pulled up a random site that has a whole bunch of questions called conversationstartersworld.com.
Interesting, interesting. Actually, Steve, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's that?
Do we need to talk?
Yes. Dun, 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 dun.
That is a perfect setup.
What else do you want?
Steve, do we need to talk? Oh, we need to talk.
Welcome back. So glad you guys could join us. I am here once again with my best friend Nathan Pepin. How's it going, Pepin?
La di di da. Good, good. I'm singing.
It sounds like it. I'm excited to hear that you're doing well.
Thank you, thank you. How about yourself, Steve? I need to know.
I'm not doing too bad, thanks. Definitely glad we're back recording again. And I'm excited for another one of these list shows where we run through a random list we find on the internet and talk about all of the topics they want us to talk about.
It does sound pretty exciting. So I'm ready for some questions and topics. So let's get this questionnaire started.
All right, so this is conversationstartersworld.com. Under funny questions to ask, there will be a link in whatever the description. So the first one I want to ask, and I'm going to jump around here, of course, is what is the sexiest name? What is the sexiest possible name you've ever heard or could think of?
Alicia. Like it's
Alicia.
gotta be like Alicia Garcia and then some last name that's kind of Russian because that sounds pretty sexy.
Garcia's not the last name?
No, Garcia is like the middle name, but what's like when people have like names like a name within a name, or I don't know what you call it, like Maori Lynn or Shannon Ann or something like that. It's like those like
Two first
like
names.
I don't know. Yeah, two first names. It's not quite their
Yeah.
middle name, or maybe the middle name is incorporated into the first name. Like one of those.
Oh, like a hyphenated name?
Yeah, I guess so. But it's like, what's your name? Oh, my name's Mallory Lynn, or my name is Alicia Garcia. It's like, it's pretty sexy.
Oh, okay, okay.
Alicia Garcia, that is.
Is this stemming from somewhere specific? Is that a porn star, Nate?
No, but it could be. I mean, Alicia Garcia. No, it's Alicia Garcia. Is not like a porn star. I wish it was though. That would be kind of nice.
It would be. I've always liked the name Molly.
Molly?
I don't know why.
Huh. To me, Molly just reminds me of like round people.
Round people? Are you talking
Yeah.
about drugs or something?
Oh no, it's just like the name Molly is very full and very complete, and I feel like it would make a very complete, rounded person.
Oh, my Steam name used to be Molly the Meader.
That's right, I remember that. And you had a picture of your cat in the Santa hat.
No, that was when I just changed over to just Meader. Mine when I was Molly the Meader, it was this sketch drawing I found on Google Images in 2009 or 2006 or whatever of a vampire girl who was wearing like sexy clothes.
I thought that was your brother.
No, that was me.
Oh man, that's kind of weird.
What about the least sexy name? What's the least sexy name you can think of?
Bertha.
Gertrude?
Bertha.
Bertha?
Mm.
What if there was like this really sexy Bertha?
I mean, she would have to be German and wearing like those traditional German like beer girl kind of outfits with
Like
like
Lederhausen?
Yeah, Lederhosen with like like a low cut top and huge boobs, and a skirt that's not too short but short enough to like show off her legs, and not like boots or anything, not high heels, but shoes which are accentuant of her legs but not showing them off.
All right. I see where Nate's head's at.
So would you agree with Bertha, or do you have a unsexier name or a less sexy name?
Fargor.
I didn't realize. I didn't think we could go male or female though. Is Fargor possibly a female name too?
Oh, Fargor is definitely a chick.
Really?
Definitely.
Okay, I think you might beat me on this because Fargor is pretty ugly.
And little do you know, Fargor's the most beautiful woman to ever live.
Fargor should get a name change then.
All right. Fargor the Destroyer. The Destroyer of Loins. Okay, so next question. What would be the hat to end all hats? What could you wear on your head that would make people stop what they're doing and stare in awe and amazement?
I think it would be a hat made out of pure silk.
Ooh, that is pretty nice.
I don't know. It'd be nice, so nice that people would be like, "Really, a hat made out of silk? Can I feel that real quick? That's strange, huh? Interesting, huh? Where'd you get it? Interesting, Okay, I didn't think of that. So that's my best answer.
I think if what's her name? Sylvia Garcia, whatever.
Alicia.
Alicia Garcia was sitting on your head naked. That'd be the best hat. Everybody would stop and stare in awe and amazement.
I wouldn't mind that per se. I mean, provided that the body matches the name, and I guess the personality, because personality is important if someone is sitting on your head. If you're using somebody as a hat, or rather, if they're using you as a head holster, it's very important that all the categories check out.
How would she stay up there?
Friction and
Suction?
good head balance. I'm not sure if it works that way. I mean, maybe if you're bald, you could get some suction, but I think the hair kind of ruins it a little bit.
You gotta shave your head to wear this hat.
Okay.
If animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
I think platypus or platypi. I think the platypus would be the rudest, because it's like people would always comment about how it's like half duck, half beaver, and it'd get really sick of all those questions. So it would, it's like someone who like has some sort of issue with them, or something that's abnormal that people comment on all the time. Like, oh man, you're tall. It's like, yeah, I'm 6'6". I know. Like, stop asking me this. But platypuses would always. So they would always have like people just commenting on how they have a beak, but they look like a beaver, and it's like, wow, that's so strange. Half beaver, half duck, and it's like, yeah, I know. This is what I am. I'm a platypus, and they would have to explain their existence over and over again, which would be rather annoying. So eventually, you just you're like, yeah, fuck off. I know.
Wouldn't they be? Aren't they the only mammal that lays an egg?
No. No, that's not true, because echidnas also lay eggs, and I think they go a little further back, though they both go pretty far back, but echidnas also lay eggs.
Why do you always have to bring Knuckles into every conversation?
Okay, so I used to have a very strong fascination with Sonic the Hedgehog, and I actually drew my own little Sonic character, and he was actually a pangolin. Actually, pangolins are also mammals, and I believe they lay eggs, and pangolins are like these like scaly anteater type things, but they have scales.
I think
not
platypuses are poisonous too.
I think I've heard that too. I think I've heard pangolins are, but or penguins. I think that's their otherwise called. But I'm not 100% sure.
I think a cat would be the rudest, like a grumpy cat. Like they'd be so rude. They don't give a fuck.
I guess. Well, I guess they're already kind of rude because we already have like relationships with cats. We don't quite have relationships with platypuses unless. But I think you might be right. It's like all those YouTube videos of soldiers coming home after like years and years overseas, and they go to greet their cat, and the cat just like walks away.
Well, they're mad. They've missed them.
It's like you return to visit your girlfriend after not seeing her for a week, and she's just pissed you didn't like message her back that one time.
Exactly. Are you dating a cat, Nate?
Yes, yes.
Okay. What inanimate object do you wish you could eliminate from existence?
Well, there's so many choices to that one. That one's kind of tough because my first thought was the other sock, because that would be a huge problem solved for humanity. Imagine that it's just the missing sock, just eliminated from existence. You now never have to look for the other sock because you know it doesn't exist. So all pairs of socks are complete. And I don't know. It's not like a huge crisis or anything, but it's like a little problem solved that makes people's lives about 0.5% better. But as you know, I think it has a communal effect. So it makes the whole society maybe like 2.6% better.
I'm gonna say Crocs.
Oh, that's a good one too. Crocs. Yeah.
They're just like a fashion nightmare. There's no good way to wear a Croc.
There's only one way to get. Okay, I disagree with that. I think one way to wear Crocs is to be a troll. Because the people who I see wearing Crocs, they're all trolling people. They're wearing them because they want to get shit for it. They want people to comment on how stupid they are.
Isn't that objectively not good, though?
What's not good?
Being a troll. Trolls are not good.
Well, I don't know. Trolls do what they do. They entertain people. I mean, trolls get people entertained, but there's that tension release, and a lot of people like being trolled in a way. I mean, not people play along with like things that are for shits and giggles because they like chatting about stupid shit. People also want to give shit to people for wearing Crocs. So by that person playing the fool or the Joker and wearing Crocs and getting shit for it, it allows people to like go out of their way and say, are you seriously wearing Crocs? Come on, man. And they're like, yeah, man, they look cool, comfy as fuck. And they're like, no, these are just a fashion nightmare. If you wear a pair, you'd be like, in my shoes. Like,
what is the weirdest thing you have seen in someone else's home or in your own?
I'm trying to think back to all the homes I've been to, because it's like most things kind of fit in with like a personality. Like there's weird quirks and stuff, and there's nothing really like too strange.
Remember how that one guy had a rock climbing wall inside his house?
I mean, that was pretty sweet.
To climb
though.
up to the ceiling rafters and walk around on them?
Yeah. I mean, that wasn't weird. That's just amazing.
Well,
and
it was
like
weird.
Rope climbing thing.
It was weird in that it was unique.
There's a story on Reddit I read about a guy who took his mother's coconut and came into it a bunch of times, and that's kind of weird. Because it's spilled all over his room with maggots filled inside.
That is disgusting.
This has gone like way too. And okay, and I'm just thinking of Reddit stories. That's can't do that on a podcast. Knives aren't weird to have. Those are kind of cool.
You have this ashtray made out of shell casings from giant guns, don't you?
Yeah. I guess it's not. It's unique. Maybe not weird. Maybe I'm thinking weird with the negative connotation a little too much.
Yeah, I mean, weird is just something you've never seen in anybody else's house.
Yeah, so what you're talking about is actually it's a thing my grandfather made. And my grandfather was in World War II, and he was a gunner on a supply ship, essentially. He never actually saw combat, thankfully, but they still had shells for, I don't know, testing fires or something. So there's these huge, like, shells that he took home, and it's like hard to describe the size, but maybe the size of a tiny plate. and he used that, and he welded a big rifle bullet into the middle of it, and then has a little bullet top at the end, like a bullet tip, or just the bullet side, just the bullet kind of on the top, make it a hole, and you can actually take the bullet out, and it's got a little flint lighter, and so it's a functional ashtray, and it's actually very, very badass.
It is. It's wicked cool. I think the weirdest thing I've ever seen in somebody else's home is the wall of pudding.
The wall of pudding. So where have you seen the wall of pudding, Steve?
That was in your house when we were growing up.
Meh.
You had a pantry downstairs, and your mom would coupon shop, and your mom, for whatever reason, was amazing at shopping and using coupons. Like, she'd buy like $200 worth of groceries, and the store would give her back money instead of her paying, which was insane. But she got some crazy deal on like buy 100 pudding cups, get 100 free, or like I don't even know how she did it, but you had this like a closet that was she used for a pantry, and it was like a walk-in closet, and one entire wall was filled with just pudding cups, floor to ceiling.
It lasted a while, and we all kind of ate them when we hung out at my house. And just for context, my mom, like Meader was saying, very, very good with shopping and coupons. This was before the whole coupon craze was big, because now with the internet, everyone's trying to save money and trying to like exploit coupons. So they kind of had to ring it in a little bit, or reel it in a little bit. But this is back when it was like before it was popular and really well known, and she would actually go online and buy like coupons from California on eBay for like really cheap, and then she'd use those over here, get double the Shaw's would double the coupons and sometimes triple the coupons depending on the day or item, and she might spend like $20 on coupons, but she would sometimes get like $3 back, and eventually they fixed the register so that they couldn't give money back, but. It's like a lot of my frugality is from my mom in that sense, because I don't know, she was really good at. We also had other things as well, pudding, lots and lots of popcorn. Like she'd find popcorn, which had like Candy Bee Lake Park or various other theme parks, Six Flags, like various theme park tickets. Once you get like say 10, 20 boxes, you'd send in and get a ticket. So she'd find these popcorn things on sale, and she'd buy like 100 of them, all together. And then she would send out for all the coupons, or she'd send out for all the tickets. And so, as a family, we got to go to Six Flags and places like that for like free, I guess.
Oh, I was wondering actually. Ironically enough, recently I was thinking about that time that we went to Six Flags, and I was like, how did I get to go to that? Like, did my parents give them money, or? But I thought I remembered you guys paid for everything, so it was. Popcorn tickets?
Yeah. So yeah.
Thanks, Stovetop. Oh wait, that's that's not popcorn. That's stuffing.
I think it's Orville, right? No, Pop Secret. I don't know what it was, but the only thing we had to pay for was hotel.
Yeah. Yep. I remember the hotel. Yep. One of the presidential debates was going on.
Oh. Okay.
Because I remember laying awake, unable to sleep, watching that.
That's one specific detail I don't remember. So
that's the only thing I remember from that Six Flags trip.
Well, there's one thing that happened as well. You might remember this. Well, we got stuck on a ride. That was fun.
Oh yeah, it was a roller coaster. Someone brought their like purse with them.
Yeah, and we're there for like 20 minutes, just kind of like waiting for them to get it. And we thought the ride was broken, but no, it's just the purse. And we don't know why it took them 20 minutes to actually come out there.
Oh, yeah, because while we were waiting in line to get on that ride, somebody called me and was like, called my cell phone and was like, hey, you want to go do a thing? I'm like, no, I'm standing in line for a roller coaster. And they were really, I think it was Melcher. And it was somebody.
No, not quite. So I was about to bring this up. So my mom had extra tickets, so we were trying to invite some other people. One person we tried to invite was Windsor, but Windsor didn't get back to us. Our friend his name is also Nathan. He didn't get back to us in time, but I think he ended up calling us, when we're waiting in line. And so he's like, "Oh, so what's up? Hey, what's going on?" It's like, "Oh, well, we're trying to invite you to Six Flags." Six Flags. Oh, I want to go. It's like, well, we're already there, and we were like making a play out of it because getting riled up, and he got like super pissed. He's like, "What?" It's like, "Well, we tried to get you here, but you didn't want to go." It's like, "Fuck you guys."
Okay, well, fair. I'm glad you remember that. Apparently, I do remember more than just that rousing presidential debate. Who do you know that reminds you of a character in a TV show or movie? I think you remind me of House a lot.
House.
Yeah, because you have that drug problem.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Because you always date Jewish ladies.
Yeah. This goes back to actually that episode that we did on the house with Gideon. I mean, how can you not like that ass, Cuddy? Cuddy is just amazing. That ass.
That's true. That's true.
But who was like a TV character or a character on the show? That's hard to really say, because it's like characters on TV shows are often exaggerated personality or exaggerated aspects of personalities with incomplete character stories. No, I take this back. Because there's one person who I've met who acted just like Aubrey Plaza in Parks and Recreation. April. She acted just like April from Parks and Recreation, like very detached, not caring, sarcastic, like overly sarcastic with everything, rolling her eyes. And this is before the character existed, or before the show was popular at least. And she acted just like April from Parks and Rec. So that's one person. But I think that's like kind of a common teenage trope that they do. But this person was just like her.
Well, is it somebody I know?
No, it's the person I worked with, unfortunately.
Okay.
Can you think of anybody that we know or that you know that is like that? Because that's a hard question right there.
That's like that, or is like any TV show or movie character?
Any TV show, movie character, or even like say book character. Let's say make it easy.
Oh, that makes it easy. Well, like I said, I think you're a lot like House or somebody who's just like Sherlock Holmes, whatever. Somebody who's just very procedural in their thinking and does a lot of deduction, most of the time to the appropriate conclusion.
Yeah, conclusions go wrong in many places though.
But you're not like maybe you're closer to like being like Foreman, because you're not like House in that you take these big chances to override the rules. You tend to stay within the rules, but even if you know the right conclusion.
I think that's right. Yeah, I'm definitely more like Foreman. Foreman's also he's not really conflict oriented, and I'm not too conflict oriented myself. Foreman also seems to take a lot longer to think. Though I guess I have that in common with House, because it's like one of the themes of House is he takes a long time to think about his ideas and conclusions, and it's like I don't know. I take like years and years to come up with ideas or think about ideas, and then it's like my mind is slightly changed in this thing. Okay, I think things out a little too much sometimes. I think.
What would be the coolest animal to scale up to the size of a horse? I think an amoeba.
That would be frightening.
Or a water bear.
That
A water bear the size of a bear.
those things are like can live forever. A water bear the size of a bear.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That'd be terrifying. Have you seen those things?
Yeah, they're very strange looking. Very strange looking. Well, a little scary. I mean, I want to say, this is not really a good answer because it's they already exist. I was gonna say a cat, but we have lions. But I really want to see like a saber-tooth lion in real life because those things just sound like fucking terrifying.
Absolutely.
The idea that I've done a lot of thinking about like what animal I'm the most scared of, and there's definitely a lot of them, but it's like cats. Giant cats are, I think, the most terrifying. I think I could fight off a wolf. I could run away from different animals. Bears are, bears are terrifying as well, but it's like a bear, I might have some chance of escaping. If I see a lion, I'm dead. Like, I'm just dead. Those, like, they have super sensitive nerve endings on their teeth, and they can just pinpoint the jugular. And if the lion was like the size of like a truck, what am I gonna
Jeez.
do?
A truck. We were talking about a horse.
Yeah, but I'm not. I can't. Saber tooth lions are just stuck in my head right now.
It reminds me of the South Park episode where with the guinea pigs. Oh, it's a guinea rabbit. It's a guinea Tyrannosaurus Rex.
It's like they use like those real life, I don't know, green screened out guinea pigs for the whole episode, and then they bought these guinea pig costumes from some like person's online store on eBay or something, and they worked with them, and they're just so cute.
They are, but then they show them like eating people and stuff like that. It's amazing.
I need to watch that show more, or I need to rewatch it rather, because it's like I get nostalgic every time we talk about episodes.
If you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done?
I think they would assume I don't think there'd be very much to assume, because I think they'd be very confused. I'm the kind of person that doesn't get into trouble, like, ever. They might think that like, what would I do that would be wrong? Maybe speed, but no, speeding wouldn't be.
I would
Not
assume resisting arrest.
resisting arrest.
Yeah, I think that
What?
because you would do something like minor, like jaywalk, and then a cop would like be like, "Hey, blah blah blah," and then you'd like try and talk around him and disrespect him in his eyes or her eyes, and then they would arrest you for that. It'd be something real petty.
Okay, I could see that, and if it was something I knew, like I definitely knew, I would definitely like hold my ground. It's like the way my personality is it's like if I'm uncertain, like I'll kind of like give in a bit, but if I know something for certain, like I don't back down. Like
Or
like
maybe theft.
theft.
Yeah, yeah. You'd have something, and then you in a store, and you wouldn't be thinking, and you'd forget that you were holding it, or you'd forget that you had it in your pocket or something, and then you just walk out with it. It'd be accidental, but you would do it on accident,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you'd get arrested for accidentally stealing
Mm.
and resisting arrest.
I actually stole something one time, because it's like I was at the tire shop and it took like 4 hours to like put my tires on, and I was getting really annoyed. But so I kept on looking through this magazine. I think it was a guitar magazine that I liked, and I had my backpack there, and a few things, and blah blah blah. And then I get home, and the magazine's in my backpack. I'm like, did it fall in? Did I like steal it out of revenge? What happened here? It was very confusing. I've never like stolen anything, so it's like, did I steal this?
You said a guitar magazine, right? Not a tire magazine.
It was a guitar magazine or something like that. It's something I was actually interested in.
It
So
was like a tire magazine.
no, not a tire magazine. Those would be boring.
Oh, that'd be a good one. Look at the tread on that guy. Ooh wee.
Uh, I'm trying to imagine what you would get arrested for. I could see you getting really mad with somebody, and not like quite road rage. So I could see road rage, and you wouldn't be that's actually doing anything, but I think you'd get the cops called on you, and you'd just be irate and just going hard on somebody, and then they'd feel threatened, and they'd get you arrested because you just wouldn't relax.
Like disorderly conduct.
Yeah, something like that. I could based off the story that you told in the alcohol episode, I could maybe see public intoxication. I think you'd probably be smart about it, but I think that you would go to some city not knowing there was public intoxication laws, and then you would end up getting in trouble in that kind of way.
That'd be fun. Spend a night in the drunk tank. What's the most ridiculous fact you know?
I may have covered this before, so it might be retreading old water, but so turkeys.
That's the fact. Turkeys.
So all of the turkeys you actually consume, or let's say 95, 99% of the turkeys consumed in the U.S., they're actually not created, let's say, naturally. And the reason is they're all artificially inseminated. Now they might ask why. Why? It's pretty common practice on farms. A lot of times
Perverts.
and a lot of times to ensure that the animals are safe, because sometimes they hurt themselves procreating. Apparently, that happens with horses. So I've heard from horse people, but with turkeys, we have bred them so much to have big giant breasts that we love to eat, that they actually can't copulate anymore. They actually can't mix their parts. They can't reach each other. So like farm turkeys, or most farm turkeys, they actually can't have sex. So their whole species is dependent upon now us jerking them off and then throwing some cum into them.
Man, I wish I was a turkey. Wait. So do they have like giant vats of turkey cum?
Giant vat? No, not giant vats. I think the process is usually pretty quick. I don't think you keep vats.
Yeah, that would be the most efficient. You go in and you jerk off all the turkeys. I can't. Never in a million years did I think I was going to be saying this today. So you go, you jerk off all the turkeys. You get it all in one spot, and then you like have it on tap, like beer. You just open up the tap. You take a little bit out, put it in a syringe, or I don't know, a turkey baster, I guess. And then you get all the female turkeys in. You call them all in, and then you splooge them all up, all at once. It wouldn't be efficient to go to one turkey, jerk it off, then pull in another turkey and squirt it in.
This is all horrifying, but it's like one of those things where I watched enough Dirty Jobs, the show with Mike Rowe on, I think, Discovery, that I got used to like the whole idea and process of jerking off animals and artificially inseminating them.
That wasn't Dirty Jobs. That was Filthy Jobs. With Mike Ho.
That was a random, overly specific fact, which I learned on Freakonomics Radio. It's a great podcast. Check them out. But what's a random, maybe general or specific fact you might have?
We went to the moon in 1969, not 1970, but a year sooner. We went to the moon in 1969. That's when we made a landing that was lunar. That's from Even Stevens.
I was asking, or I was wondering where that was from, because I recognize that.
I
feel
still
like you've
remember
sung
that
it.
to this day.
I feel like you sang it one time, and I was like, that's random, but I recognize it. Huh. Is that the Beatles?
Yep, that was the Beatles, starring Ren Stevens. I think that was like in a musical episode. Because every show needs a musical episode.
They're having a stage play, I think.
No, I think she was trying to remember that fact for and I think she sang it in a classroom, maybe?
See,
I don't know.
I'm getting like vague little. Okay, the show doesn't matter though. It was dumb, but I loved it.
That's the best fact I know. Actually, wait, no. Beans? Beans from Even Stevens?
Yeah.
His real name is Steven. And he works as a mall Santa now. Or he's not a Santa, he's an elf. and he's balding, and he's the same age as us. He's like in his late 20s.
Oh, oh, okay.
But he's also
Yep.
made more money than we'll probably make in our entire life already. So
Maybe. Maybe his parents made the money.
plus he's a
So I don't
sex
think
symbol.
they can legally do that. Cause he's sexy.
'Cause he's the greatest actor of our generation.
Beam's probably one of the better people on that show. Though I get him mixed up with Dewey, I guess, because Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle is pretty cool.
They're nothing alike. You know who Beans is like? He's like Miles from even Steve from That's So Raven.
Miles, who I don't know who that is.
He was the same actor.
Oh, really?
His shtick was that he was from Florida, and he would say, some place from Florida a lot, like Sasquatch or something.
You know, that whole character sounds less impressive now that you say
And
that.
he would wear like Florida clothes, like what an old grandpa from Florida would wear, like those Hawaiian shirts and like a one of those hats. What's that? What are those called? Like a derby or whatever? Not a derby. Some
A derby.
no. It's what's it called? When yeah. Anyway, one of those hats.
Huh. You, you know, I can't quite think, but I do have one other fact, and it's actually where they can find us on Twitter.
Oh yeah, where's that?
WNTT1.
Ooh. Now
Oh,
I just thought of a quick little fact.
ooh.
Facebook, you can find find us on Facebook at We Need to Talk Show.
And I've heard of this thing where you can donate to your favorite podcast and or YouTube personalities, but no, we're of course a podcast personality. But you know, we actually got a donor now, and let's make it 2, 3, 20 donors, please. Thank you. Patreon.com.
Hey Nate, I got one more question from this list.
Okay, I'm ready.
Do we need to talk?
Yes.
All right, end the show.